Rise and shine every Sunday morning from 10 a.m. to noon with DJ J, Miss Mello, and Lady D on The Outlet.
Excellent. All right, guys. So, like we said, we're celebrating the graduates. You two in particular will be graduating on the 15th, but there's a graduation on the 16th. There was a graduation this Monday. It's just the time of the high school graduations, class of 2018. Ooh. And I felt, and Mello and Jay felt, that it would be great insight to hear from you guys, right? Because I think oftentimes, the focus is that you guys are going to be adults, and
it's like get out.
Yeah. Really, that's usually the theme, right?
Yeah.
That's happening. But there's so much more that comes with that, right?
Absolutely.
The process and what you guys are going through and the expectations that people put on you, and then what the reality is. And I think it's important for those that are listening to us that have not graduated yet, parents that have graduates, to understand and have some insight, and then obviously for you guys to shine on our show, which we love to do, and for you guys to express what your interests are and what your goals are. Hopefully, in the near future we can have a follow-up show and all those goals, once you have achieved them, for us to be able to showcase them, but I don't know, for me, the number one question, Jay, while I was thinking about what are we going to ask them, right? Because there's so many questions I could ask. I think for me, the number one question is what school year was your hardest? And on both levels, personally and academically, because I think that that's different for everyone depending on what level of either maturity or not you're at in your life. And then obviously academically, like what your struggles are, or if you end up dealing with some type of major struggle or accomplishment. It could be both, positive or negative. Sometimes even a lot of positive things happening cause some distractions.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's start with you, Isis. What would you say, what academic year, what school year was your hardest on both levels?
Well, academically, my hardest year was my freshman year. It was a lot harder than middle school. So coming in and learning, they expected me to know so many different things that I should have learned in middle school, which I didn't learn in high school. So I had to pretty much self-teach myself on different subjects and stuff that I should have known that I didn't get that guidance in middle school. It was a lot easier in middle school. So coming in my freshman year and trying to get on the same pace as everyone else was a lot harder for me. But personally, my senior year was the most stressful year that I had to deal with, knowing that so many things were coming up. The school year was going to go so fast. The things that we had to pay for, and to know that I had to get to college was very stressful.
I could imagine. It probably all went really fast.
Very fast. And I'm involved in so many different things. So being involved, it just went from one sport to the next sport to the next sport, and then boom, college, and you have to make your decision, and it went really fast.
Wow. Okay, Amador, what would you say was your most difficult school year?
Probably same. I would say ninth grade. This is my freshman year. Definitely was my hardest. I was dealing with a lot of things like my social outlook towards everybody around me, like in my community. I just felt out of place in that sense.
Okay.
But as I kept going, I started getting involved in certain things that grasped my interest. So it started getting easier on throughout the year. My easiest was my 11th. My easiest was my 11th, and my most stressful definitely was my senior year.
Your senior year was your most stressful?
Yeah.
Why would you say it was your most stressful?
Because there's a lot of things that come into play. You got to prepare yourself for an outside life from school. Because there's friends that aren't going to be there, and there's things that you're not going to do that you do now. There's things that you like to do that you're not going to be able to do because you have to commit yourself to being able to survive out there, you know. So you're like going through this conflict of who am I gonna be, and what am I going to do out there.
Yeah.
See, like in the summertime, like we would, like summertime is lit, you know. We have the whole summertime, and we have fun with it. We have fun with it, but that's just like momentary things. Like we know that we want to go swimming. We know that we want to go to the beach. We know that we want to, you know, we can't do that 24/7. We can't do that throughout the year. We can't do that every day of our lives, because we know now we become adults and we have other things to do.
It's like our senior year, you pretty much have to plan out the rest of your life. It's like they want you to pick a college, they want you to pick a major, and it's like I'm 18 and I'm picking what I want to do for the rest of my life pretty much. So I felt like my senior year was so stressful for me. It was so stressful. I was just so tired all the time.
Yeah. I always say like that's the year that you're supposed to pay the most attention. You know how parents are like, oh, they're grown, they can make their own decisions now.
Not my mom. No.
And for me, it was like almost every day I need to check on my senior. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that they know, yeah, there's an expectation, but I know that there's a process that comes with that. What insight did you want to have from these young graduates?
I just wanted to say, first off, congratulations to you guys. You know what I mean?
Thank
this
you.
is a milestone in your life here, and you guys have a good head on your shoulders. I know, you know how you were raised, especially you, Isis. And Amador, I know your mom, and I know she raised you well. She talks highly of you all the time, so I know she's really proud of you. So, congratulations. I had a bunch of questions that we're gonna. You guys made it through high school, so I got a daughter that's going into high school, 9th grade, and wanted some advice from you guys. You kind of gave a little bit of a good insight on that, like your freshman year is the hardest year, so that's definitely
Have
something.
hope.
Have hope.
Believe in yourself. It's stressful, but coming in freshman year, I advise to get involved as much as possible, because when you're involved in everything, there's no time to mess up. Like there's no time. So being in like dance and basketball and volleyball, you can't do that unless your grades are good. And I always known that my college is going to look at my freshman year, and to know that to know that they were gonna look at that, I wanted to prove to them that like
You want to make sure you had something nice to look at.
Yeah, all my 4 years I did something. So just get involved. That's the biggest thing in high school.
Yeah, I got involved more in like not necessarily like the more of like things that I wanted to pursue in my career. You know, I didn't feel the need to go into a lot of the clubs and stuff. Like I was an outcast in that sense, so I just stick to pursuing things that like went with me. So I went to LCTI, or vocational school, to pursue marketing and business, which will help me in my career in communications. Is what I want to go to LTRC for.
Okay.
You know.
Nice.
Nice.
So you knew right away that business and marketing was what you wanted to get involved in, or kind of like how did that process go, where you were able to like buckle down on at least one main focus, investing your time like that into something that was going to help you out in the future?
Yeah, I mean, like oddly enough, I was already like comfortable in the marketing aspect of it, of when I would have to socialize all the time, because I constantly in school I'd be socializing with people. People would like come up to me. It's like this odd thing that I have that always it'd be the one person in the crowd, that'd be me, that everybody would go to.
Right.
That was literally me when I met Amador. I swear that was me. Like I literally was like, oh, let me just go talk to him.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that allowed me to feel comfortable in that field and do well in that field. I got 2 certificates on top of my marketing and business certificate. I got a retail certificate and
what is that?
Customer service certificate.
A retail and a customer service
Yeah.
certificate. Awesome. And what does that entail, if you don't mind?
That just allows you. That basically lets employers and colleges know that you have the skills to solve problems. You have the skills to be direct with customers or social social needs, basically, in that sense. You know,
Yeah.
you can use one and make that completion
Right.
of getting everything done. in that
Nice.
sense.
So this will be on your resume already before you go out into the field. Basically, right? You're able to put the stuff on your resume.
Yeah.
Nice.
What types of things did you get involved in, Isis, and like how did you find out that this was your thing?
Well, from middle school, I always wanted to try everything.
Yeah.
So when I came to high school, I was like, there's more options, so let me just do everything. So that's pretty much how I came in as a freshman. I wanted to play basketball because I had been playing basketball for so many years beforehand. And then I wanted to play volleyball as well because I did play volleyball in middle school. And I always liked to dance, and at our family reunions and at house parties, I was always the first one dancing.
Facts.
So
And the last
True
one, I seen
story.
it
yeah,
myself.
so if I'm not dancing, there's something wrong. So I just was like, let me just learn more about each sport and each dance, like just to get a better understanding. And I just went for it.
Nice. And what types of things did you get involved in, specifically with dancing? I know you had a couple of events these past couple of months.
Yeah, for dance, we literally performed everywhere. Like, we had multiple performances in school. We had a performance where we danced with Chubby Checkers, the guy that originated the twist.
Okay.
Really?
That was at the Sands. There's so many different performances that we do where we raise money for dancers in need, and dancing has brought me out of like my comfort zone where I had to go out and speak to people, or I had to perform in front of thousands of people, where I will be performing at graduation in front of thousands of people.
Oh wow.
Right.
So
That's
that was the
awesome.
main thing.
No, you listen. You're
And
at
that's
least breaking
The
into that.
graduation's this weekend, right?
yes, on the 15th at 6:30.
Friday.
Friday.
Nice.
On Friday.
It's going down.
So, okay, so you've already shared with us, Amador, that you're choosing El Tri-C as your choice of college for higher education,
Yeah.
and you're going for communications.
Yeah.
If you could say what is your end goal with school? We know that there's like a space of exploring there when you go to college. I myself, as a college student, I was talking off the air with you, Isis, how like once I got into communications, I'm thinking just broadcasting. Yeah, so like what a couple years from now when you graduate, what's your end goal? What do you want to do as a profession?
My mission when I'm to go there and when I'm in there is networking, is to meet new people and to meet people who have the same ideas as I have, because right now, not a lot of people have the same interest that I do right now. So, but when I know, once I get into my field of expertise, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to influence me to rise into another direction. I know it's going to be better. But my overall goal, I say, is just to be an entrepreneur, in my field. An entrepreneur in my field, whether it's dabbling in the smallest of things to inventing the biggest of things.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. And communications, which part of communications are you wanting to really
I
dig
do
into?
audio engineering.
Audio engineering?
Nice.
More specific. So like movies,
Yeah.
films, TV shows, music, all of those things.
Yeah.
Those are things that I grew up off of, and those are things that influence me like throughout my day. That's where I get my
Excellent.
humor from, my mindset from, all those things. Like, that's where it comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. That's exciting. And where did you choose to go, Isis?
I chose to go to Alabama A&M, which is 13 hours away from here.
Alabama. You gonna make some people
Alabama.
cry right now
Aw.
thinking about that.
My mom.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Alabama A&M undecided my first year
Okay.
to pretty much get a feel of everything, because I like to do everything, so I don't really know what I want to do yet. So my goal is to start my first year there undecided, where I can get a feel and meet different people in different majors
Okay.
to see like if
Smart.
that's something that I would want to do.
Mhm.
So that's my plan of my first year at Alabama.
I love that. I love that. That's definitely a good idea. And you know what? Not enough people think about it that way, as far as doing the undecided option, especially if you are like the kind of person that loves to do so many different things. You're not wasting time doing that. You're not wasting money, doing that. It gives you a little bit of a less sense of pressure, I'm guessing, right? That you don't have to make that decision just yet. And yeah, I'm guessing just like how Amador says, once he gets to meet more people that are involved or that like the same thing that he likes, then that all starts forming for you, kind of like the exact direction that you want to go in. And then you can choose, what course or what plan of action you've got.
It's like being lost in a jungle, But as long as you have the idea of what you want and that sense of direction, you always have a compass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very
Excellent.
true.
Excellent. Do you have younger siblings?
Yeah.
I have 2 twin younger sisters on my mom's side, and then I have brothers and a little sister on my dad's side as well.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that they're all younger than me and I'm the oldest on both sides,
Wow.
I have a lot to show them that
Yes.
their older sister can do it, which means that they can do it.
Yep.
And
You set
I
an
even pushed my
example, yeah.
twins, like, hey, come on, let's do this. Like, don't you want to try this? And just to see, like, where they want to go. But I never want to force them because I know how it feels like to not want to do something. So I just want them to try everything before they actually decide what they want to do.
Excellent. That's
Mhm.
good. And it's nice that you have that consciousness, where you're thinking about the ones that are after you, and that you want to set an example like that. That's really excellent.
Mhm.
How about yourself, Amador?
I mean, I try to set the example of creativity, as a whole, because this world, can drain you energy-wise and positivity and the sense of where you are on a day-to-day basis. But as long as you have a creative aspect towards everything, you can turn something negative and get a positive out of that. You can do something that can influence the next person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some people easily can be at peace with their mind.
Yeah. If they're doing satisfying things
Yeah.
like gratification.
Yes,
is-
things that are constantly moving you in a forward direction. If you're stagnant in one spot, you will never ever step out of that spot until your mind pushes that. Your mind pops that thought out,
Yeah.
and then that's what that action will take. As long as you go
Absolutely.
forth with that.
I like that. Absolutely. Not enough people do that. They conform themselves or they try to block
Mm-hmm.
that thought or that passion, right? That a lot of times calls you, it speaks to you, I think, right? When you have certain passions that they speak to you and not enough people react on it, or they fear like the sense, I don't know, people fear the unknown, or they fear that something is not the norm,
Sensible.
and
something is not clear.
Yeah.
It's not like black and white. Nobody will look deeper for the image. If it's not on the surface, and nobody can read in between the lines. That's the thing. Especially nowadays, where not a lot of people are even trying to.
yeah.
Everybody's just so lost and confused, looking in the other direction while everything's going on behind them.
Wanna
People
be-
rather listen to what another person says rather than figuring it out on their own.
Yeah. Gosh, you guys, I'm excited for your future, definitely, with all of the insight that you have. We're going to give a quick love to some of the folks that are listening to us on Facebook Live. A lot of them are showing a lot of love to both of you. Let's see here. We got Jaime Feliciano. We got Tiffany Jones. And
Bubs
they're
Jones.
showing love. Olfa Romero, Mami Olfa. Phaedra, that's one of my girls from back in the day. Jaime. Baselina, what's up,
Yeah, Jaime.
Baselina? Luna Ramos, Miguel, DJ Mike, Mark Snyder, Luna Ramos, I already said that. Melissa Rios, what's up, Melissa? And Norma, hola, Norma.
Good, Ma.
Lucy Sanchez. TC's on there now. If you guys have any questions for our graduates, definitely send them through. We want to try to let them shine as much as we can and give them encouragement. If you guys have words of encouragement for them, that's always something that goes a long way, especially when you have clear-minded young folks such as yourselves. You know, that's definitely for sure. Any current projects that you have that you guys would like to share with the public? You get to perform at graduation, right, Isis?
Yes, that's been a lot of work and time, and even though school ended for me as a senior, I still have to go into school every single day to rehearse the same dance over and over again. Almost 3 hours a day doing the same dance.
Right.
Just to make sure that we're on that level of perfection when we perform in front of thousands of people at the PPNL Center. So
I'm looking forward
very
to
nervous.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're nervous. She's just saying that.
I'm
Right?
a little, just a little.
little bit.
I think I'm more excited than nervous.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that'll do
Yeah,
it.
till she
But
gets in the spot, then she starts
just
flashing.
Let
like,
loose, right?
yeah.
To see that no matter which way I turn or move, there's a whole group of people there. I think that's more exciting. I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always seen it as I'm performing in front of so many people, and so many people know so many people that can get me somewhere.
Mhm.
So that's where I just see it at.
Yeah. You know, I think of a question right now that just came to me within regards to school in your high school years, right? Coming to this point. We talk a lot about like the staff changing, right? Like in my time, the counselors had a really, really personal relationship with us. You know, they went above and beyond. They almost were like a family member, you know, because they knew your personal business. If you were struggling with something, they would reach out and follow up and kind of almost like hold your hands. I mean, you got to be independent in high school, obviously, but you have that person that's outside of your parents, right? Outside of the grandparent, outside of the auntie or the uncle, that's paying close attention to you and knows that you have this goal or this struggle or this this concern. Was there anybody that played a role for you like that during your years that you could think of, like one teacher or one staff member that kind of...
I'll tell you off the bat.
Yeah.
My first, the one person that changed my mind and made me want to motivate myself more was my 9th grade teacher. He was my history teacher. It was Mr. Churchill.
Mr. Churchill?
Yeah. He taught me history in more of a truth type of form, you know, and things that I've learned outside of school. I seen him teach it to us, but not telling us, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like what you learned was wrong, or whether it is fake. It's just he told us the exact. He took us through the steps of exactly where we've been learning, and then he just filled in more of the details, you know, certain things like. Christopher Columbus's travel route to Africa before he went to North America. You know, certain
The
things
part
like
that they leave out. Yes.
Yeah, certain things like that, which is very, very essential. And I never heard that or learned about his trade or roots or anything about his backstory before that. You know,
Yeah.
of where he came from before he went to the European kings and queens to get his ships over to you.
Right.
You know.
Right. That's awesome. He didn't have to, and that's great that he felt like he needed to give you more insight like that.
It proved to me that there's just like me, I want to be someone who can affect somebody else in a positive way, or I want to give somebody the truth and the reality as best as I can do it. That's exactly what he was trying to do. You know, and whether or not you were I wouldn't say smart enough, or if you were awake enough or open enough to acknowledge that fact that he was trying to give it to you firsthand and not through somebody else's mouth.
Right. It, like the lesson in that I would have taken probably similar to yours is like, if you know truth, if you have this extra piece of knowledge, why not share it? Why not pass it forward? Right? Because obviously he did that, and he gave you a little bit more insight in life because of that. How about for you, Isis? Who would you say was that one person that made you kind of look beyond
had to be my counselor. She, from the beginning of the school year, they had switched my counselors. I had a different counselor from my 9th, 10th, and 11th grade year, and then my senior year, I just got some new lady. And she, because I was new to her, she wanted to meet me, and she brought me down to her office and pretty much pushed me to apply to college. And she had a meeting with my mom, and she wanted to make sure that I filled out my FAFSA form and made sure that I committed and how much it was going to cost me to go to Alabama. And she really tried to make sure that I didn't fall off my senior year, because in the beginning of my senior year, I was drained. I was just like, oh man, we have a whole long year for me, and I was tired. And she made sure that I got everything done. Like, she would call me down like probably twice a week to make sure that I filled out everything I had to fill out, and I signed up for scholarships.
That's awesome.
And she pushed me, so I have to thank her.
I love that. I love that. Oh gosh, I feel like there's never enough time with us here on air. I want you guys to stick through with Facebook Live. I think we'll try to keep that crowd. We might have to mute the music because we want to give our folks that are tuned in to 94.9 FM and the TuneIn app. If you don't have it, make sure you guys download it. It is free, so you can listen to us. Look for Exclusive. It's XCLUSIVE Radio FM 949 is what you'll find us under. Just look for the logo, the Exclusive Radio logo. But we're going to go ahead and play some music and then get back on. I'm not sure. Do you have that little special track queued up? You do have it queued up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let Amador introduce that track. And then we're going to go into some other music and then get back on to speak a little bit more to the people, all right? But stick with us. Whichever source you're on, stay on there, because we're going to keep giving you guys more about the graduates and kind of like what their next step is, what graduation looks like next week, what the preparation is for that. I didn't get to graduate high school. I got my GED, but I didn't get to graduate. So I'd like to know what that experience is like and setting up for it. But giving a little bit of some history of what it is that you do already to get yourself into the field that you're looking forward to be a professional in, and introduce your track.
All right. My name is Mac, and this is that new Triple R track featuring LA and myself. It's called Sink or Swim.
Sink or Swim. And aside from you being on this track, Ryman, the production behind it?
Oh, yeah, I do my own beats, by the way.
Well, you better brag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw that in there.
So you're listening to Mac, LA, Triple R, track Sink or Swim, and produced by Mac as well.
Yeah.
94.9 Exclusive Radio, guys. You're listening to The Outlet. Stay right where you are, because we are going to keep giving it to you till 12 o'clock noon on the dot.
That love.
That's right. Miss Mello, love you, baby. Miss you.
Love you.
DJ J. Get it.
You're listening to The Outlet with DJ J, Miss Mello, and Lady D on Exclusive Radio FM.
Hey yo, the summer shine got a little mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim. If we win 10 to 10, make a million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide. Hey yo, the summer shine got a little mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim. If we win 10 to 10, make a million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide.
I'm I'm the type to spend $250,000 on some new equipment. Fuck them all, I just order me some new additions, new positions. I've been cooling different, having stupid visions, juicing. I've been cooling, whipping. Drew the one to run over, no pessimistic narcissist. Legendary parts to this, my art is like the hardest, but you don't want no part in this. It's 30 in the carton, cause my trigger finger start to itch. I say fists to you hoes. Scholarships, target is the stars. I could promise that it's hard to miss. Bright lights is beaming through the smoke. They flashing when you live this type of life. Even the realest ones be acting. Take a minute, just imagine my decisions when I'm spazzing. Now it ain't no going back, I need some magic. It's tragic, but I probably overdose and cut all of my losses. Champagne sipping, damn, my methods be so flawless, cause I'm drowning all my thoughts to maintain this cold and hard.
The summer shine got little mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim, bitch, we win 10 to 10, make $1 million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide. Hey yo, the summer shine got low, mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim, we win 10 to 10, make $1 million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide. At the bars where you find me at, sipping on the finest cognac, sipping living metro. Me, my money got the easy pass. My good ass kept it in the basement on my auntie pad. It's really bad cause niggas be in and out like the laundromat. Pardon that reference. Ever since I left with 2 niggas ain't playing the games you usually fuckers accustomed to, like ain't it obvious. All the time I just invested with money, still want me some comments. Since the promises, I just been getting even off this fun that I do with you and you and you. But although they come around somehow for good fortune, most important is the wins that don't measure to the losses. For the forces going against me, be aware I am braver than most mortals. Be ready to die for what is mine. I implore you to be aware who you with. Mac the God 100, been that nigga since the OG. Hey yo, the summer shine got low, mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim, but if we win 10 to 10, make $1 million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide. Hey yo, the summer shine got low, mommy looking fine, she a dime. I wonder if she let me wine and dine, I got her wide. Yeah, she wide. It's like the money coming in, sink or swim, and we win 10 to 10, make $1 million, do again, then them doors is wide. They wide.
Yeah. You know, you gotta show some love to what's going on right there, Isis.
Yeah. So shout out to my family. Mom, I love you too. And I love you guys so much. Look at them.
I think the most important thing to show these young folks is that love and support system. That's so important.
I have a huge support system, especially from my mom and Munchie and everybody. It's just like they just want to see the best for me, and it's great.
They're your number one fans. Yeah.
Especially my mom. Oh my gosh.
That's super, super important. How do you feel with your support system to Amador? You feel like that's strong?
Yeah, my support system it's just strong, but I'm more of like a loner in that sense, so I don't necessarily tap into those resources, you know.
Yeah, we just like to make sure you know you got it.
Yeah, I got my safety net though. I got my safety net full of hugs and love.
That's good. That's good. It's important for us to let them know that it's there. You don't necessarily have to, you know, engulf yourself in it, but at least knowing that it's there. So Triple R, that just played with UNLA on it. If you don't mind, just speaking a little bit more, like when you're doing your music production, you know, when you're putting beats together, where do you find your influence? Where have you found your influence?
Mainly just what I see around me, in that sense. Like if I'm walking home, if I see kids playing, that can inspire me to put me in my position when I was a kid playing. You know, if I would look up in the sky, I see birds flying, and you know, I might make a uplifting beat in that sense that day,
Okay.
because I'm stuck in the clouds in that sense, you know.
Yes.
If sometimes I just turn off the lights, you know, and I would have just the light from the laptop, and that just gives me in a spacey mood, because I feel like the space around me is endless. You know what I'm saying? Because the only focus is the screen that I'm on, but I feel all this space around me just open. So I might make a nice wavy beat off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I can't say too much about, you know, your projects and everything like that, but recently you tapped into a little bit of your cultural sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a Latin sample beat. Pretty dope.
Yeah, it is
So.
pretty dope. It's called Sosa, but I can't share that.
Yeah.
Keep it to ourselves. We're out of time. I think they're going to start cutting us off and playing the other music, guys. Thank you so much for sharing with us. The public loves you who was listening to us today. I hope that we inspired, right? As always, don't forget that we rerun the show every Saturday from 7 to 9 a.m. And we'll be back on next Sunday, guys. Show love. Bye. Thank you so much.
y'all.
The Outlet.
Miss Mello, what
We
up,
out. Miss Mello, can't wait for you to come back.
I miss
Exclusive
you.
Radio 94.9 FM, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, the Lehigh Valley. Love you guys. Much love.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.